Hi everybody, I'm Kristen Reese and I just want to say welcome to this live demonstration of Jamberry nail wraps. I am an independent Jamberry nails consultant and I'm actually doing this as a live demo for a couple of online parties I have going on right now, so I want to say hello to Mara and Stephanie's party guests. Thanks for being here. I'm really glad that you're here. I just wanted to say maybe you know what Jamberry nails are, maybe you don't. Jamberry nails are basically a nail wrap. They're non-toxic. They are long-lasting, chip-resistant, fade-resistant, and they're made in the USA. They're gluten-free, and they're basically a vinyl wrap that you're going to put on your nails. What I'm going to do tonight is show you a couple different ways to put them on, and I'm also going to show you how to some little tricks to make sure they last a long time for you. If you have questions, my Facebook page is down below and you can go on there, like it, and then ask me some questions. I'll be happy to answer anything that you've got questions about. My Jamberry story is actually pretty typical, I think, maybe, I don't know. I actually had a friend who's 5 states away. She had a Jamberry nails party on Facebook, invited me. I checked them out. I really liked the idea of them because I have a couple of weddings this summer that I was in, and I'm a mom of 5 kids. Both of the weddings were out of town, and I knew I wasn't going to have time to go to the salon to get a manicure. So I thought, hey, if these work, great. If not, then I'll carve out some time to go and get a manicure for the weddings. Well, I ordered a few. And I got them, and I really liked them. So I decided to book a party, and I ended up having a really, really great party and got some really great hostess rewards. And I thought, hey, this is a lot of fun, and my friends really like it, so I'm going to try out and be a consultant. One of the hostess rewards I got was a credit towards my consultant kit, which is actually a fantastic thing that Jamberry does, because you don't have to pay full price and you still get your consultant kit. It's a great value. Anyway, so that's my Jamberry story. I was drawn to Jamberry for 2 reasons. I like that they were long lasting. I'm a mom. I'm going to show you my nails in a little bit, and you probably are going to go, wow, I just gave 3 baths right before I got on here, so you're going to be surprised when you see them. I like the fact that they were going to be long lasting, that maybe they might live up to my lifestyle, because manicures never do. So manicures and pedicures from the salon never do. And the other reason was that they were non-toxic, and I have 4 little girls, ages 9 and younger, and they like to have their nails done. But if you have little girls and you polish their nails, you probably know that they don't stay very well. Maybe they last a day, maybe 2 if you're lucky, but for the most part their nail polish isn't very great for little girls. And so I like the fact that these nails, sorry, my little girl, you want to show them your nails? I'm sorry, I wasn't going to show them to you, but she's sneaking in here. So come here. This is my daughter, Lucy. This is my daughter, Lucy. Come here, baby. And she is 5 years old. Show me your nails, baby. Let's put your nails up here and show them. She's had these on for 10 days. 10 days today, actually. She's also a thumb sucker, and they're still intact. All right, go to Daddy, okay? Shut the door, please. So that is one of the things about going live, is that it's pretty much unfiltered, and you don't know what you're going to get. But anyway, so those are the reasons. My daughters, and I wanted something that might hold up to a manicure for me. So I actually decided to get into Jamberry because of that. And anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go into the demonstration. I'm going to show you my nails. I've actually already, one of the nice things about Jamberry is they actually have a lacquer line. And I just got my first lacquer. This is called Liberty, and it's like a navy blue, and I love it. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to use some white chevron that I had, which I'm going to show you here in a second, and put it on top of the Liberty. And you could wear the chevron by itself. I just wanted a little extra kick. So I actually painted my nails last night and did half of them so you could see what they would look like. And I'm going to do a couple for you with different methods. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up for you. Now, what you're going to need to apply your Jamberry nails, it's pretty simple. You probably have most of this stuff at home. You probably don't have this, but I'm going to tell you what it is and why you may or may not want to purchase it. But basically what you're going to need is like an alcohol wipe or some fingernail polish removal that you can use to clean off your nails. I obviously can't use fingernail polish remover because I am, my nails are already painted. So you'll need a file. You'll need an orange stick. Jamberry has these really great rubber cuticle pushers, and so you're going to need one of those. I have never seen them in stores, but I often give these away as giveaway prizes. So yeah, so it might be something that you want to come back to the parties for. A pair of nail clippers, tweezers, possibly. I like to use them. You don't have to. And a pair of scissors. Now I have a pair of curved nail scissors, but they are very, basically you just need a pair of sharp scissors. Okay. Sorry, little interruptions here and there. So anyway, I want to show you the white chevron. Now I've got it on a piece of red cardstock, and really it's just because I wanted to show you how you could put it over any nail polish color if you wanted to color, or it is also, it's clear. It's white with clear on it. So you could do it just plain if you wanted something very subtle, or I'm going a little bit bolder with the navy blue underneath. So what you're going to do, I'm going to show you the traditional method first. And now this is a heater, and Jamberries are heat activated and pressure activated. So this is kind of similar to like a space heater that you have. It's just a smaller mini version. Do you need this? Probably not, but you're going to see it's really very handy. I didn't think I needed it when I first got my Jamberry wraps. And now that I have it, I would never want to put my Jamberry wraps without it. Would never want to put them on without it. Now, you may have a hair dryer, and that's how I applied my wraps at first with my hair dryer. You just need a heat source, basically. And I'm going to show you another heat source in a little bit. But anyway, so I like the heater because it doesn't blow as much as the hair dryer, so it's a little bit easier to manage everything with. So what you're going to do to apply a wrap, and I've already pre-measured, so it's going to go a little bit easier for me. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to, I like that they have it, it's very, the backing of the wraps is clear so you can see your finger through it. But I'm going to measure my finger and see which wrap fits it best. Now I've already done this, and I'm actually going to do my ring finger and my pinky tonight, but because I'm thinking I'll explain why later. But basically, so I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead, and what you're going to do is you can either use an orange stick to kind of peel it off, or I usually use my tweezers, and it's because I put them on the heater and take them off the heater. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off the one that I want that fits my ring finger, and I'm basically just going to stick it right on there, and I'm going to turn on the heater. Now, if you go to the Jamberry website, if you go to my website and you click on the tab that says Apply Your Nails, it's going to tell you to leave it on for 2 to 3 seconds. I found that I need it to be hotter, and it's because I like to stretch and pull the wrap once it's on my finger, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I like it to be a little bit more pliable. I don't know if that's good or bad, but what I found with Jamberry nails is that everybody has different nails. And because everybody has different nails, everybody has to find their own way to apply them. This is the way that I apply mine. So I'm going to touch. You really don't want to usually touch with your finger, but I'm touching this part because I know I'm going to cut it off eventually. It's not going to be a part of the actual seal. So basically what I'm going to do, let me see if I can get up here close where you can see it, is I am going to just put this wrap right at the edge of my finger towards the bottom of my cuticle. Now what you don't want is for it to touch your skin. You don't want for it to touch your cuticle. And the reason why is because if it touches your skin or your cuticle, you're not going to get a good seal. So basically, now that it's been heated, I'm going to take it and put it on my finger. Now, I don't feel like it's warm enough, probably because my heater wasn't quite warm enough, so I'm going to heat it up just a little bit more. Because what I want to do is I want to pull and stretch the wrap so it will stay on my finger very well. So I'm going to pull it, and not you can see it, but I pull. You would just kind of, once it's on your finger, you pull it and you stretch it. Now the reason why I do this is because I don't want any puckering. If I don't do this, the wraps might pucker here or up here, and so you want to pull it so that you get a really good tight fit on your nail. Okay? And you can see it's not touching. It's like right next to my cuticle, but it's not touching my skin or my cuticle. Okay? So this is where the rubber nail pusher comes in. And you know, I totally forgot to show you about prepping my nail, which I probably should have done, but I didn't. So anyway, so you're going to take it and you're going to take the rubber cuticle pusher. Say that 3 times fast. And you're basically just going to put pressure down on it. Okay? And so then what I do, and I want to caveat everything that I do with what I do because you might find that something works different for you and your nails. I have very curved nails, so I have to do some things differently than people who have flat nails have. My sister-in-law has very flat nails, and Jamberries are beautiful on her nails, and she doesn't have to do too much extra prep or too much extra stuff to them because they go on so nicely on her nails, which makes me very jealous, but when it comes to Jamberries anyway. And so here I am. I'm going to cut off the excess. And so that's why I was okay with touching that end part, because I knew I was going to be cutting it off. I'm just going to put a little pile down here. And so I have a little bit left over on the end. And what I'm going to do with that, the official way that Jamberry tells you to do that is to take your nail file and basically file down at a 90-degree angle and get the excess off. What it will do is it will roll off. Now, I don't do this, and the reason why I don't do this is because filing has never really been good for my nails. It causes them to split, so I have chosen to start clipping them. And even though my nails are really short, I just clip the very, very, very tip of it. Okay, so there you see I've clipped off the entire mask, and you can see it on my nail, but I've basically clipped off all the excess, and now there's just a very smooth end on my nail. Will you have to do this? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe filing is the way for you to go. It's just, this is the way that works for my nails. Now, because I didn't prep my nail super well, I might run into some problems with this one. And the reason why is because I might have some oils on my nail that are on my wrap. And so maybe I may end up having some puckering just because I didn't prep it correctly because I forgot. I'll prep the next one correctly so you'll see. So that's just something to think about. That prepping your nails is key in this. You want to push back your cuticles before you start, which is where a good orange stick. I like to use a good cuticle oil or a good cuticle remover before I put my Jamberries on, but that way you have enough nail to work with and your cuticles don't interfere with the Jamberries. And then what you'll do, and I'm actually doing this late in the game, is you're going to take your nail. So I'm going to prep this one correctly. So this is an alcohol white. Like I said, you can use nail polish remover. You can use there's some different methods, like some people have weird pHs in their nails, and so you can use green tea to actually balance out the pH. I have not tried that yet, but might work. So basically you want to make sure your nail is really clean. You can use Dawn soap. I've used Dawn soap on mine before too. You just want the nail to be free of any oils, which is why this one I might have issues with later on because I forgot to do that. So you don't want to forget to do that. So basically same thing. What I'm going to show you now is we're going to put this little guy away because we do not need him anymore. Because what I'm going to show you now is what they call the rice bag method. And I'm going to mix it with the bagging method. Now, the bagging method you can use with your heat source. This is a rice bag. It's basically like a bean bag with rice in it. You heat it up for 20 to 30 seconds, and it gets nice and warm, and you can use it as your heat source. I like to use these for my little people because it's not as hot on their hands. It's not as hot on their little nails, and it kind of feels good because it's nice and warm. So I'm going to show you how to do that with this. Now, these I actually make, and people can win these in giveaway gifts in my parties. And a little bit about my parties while I'm putting this last one on. So basically, you're going to measure. I've already measured. I'm going to use this one, and you're going to cut it, which I've already done, so it'll pull off really nicely. Now, my parties, I only do online parties. I do Facebook parties. And the reason why is because I actually have hosted a few Facebook parties in my time, and I have found them to be great. And the reason why is because I don't have to clean my house. I don't have to prepare anything. I invite my friends, and I still get to have a good time, and I still get to enjoy really great products. So, okay, so with the with the rice bag method, what you're going to do is you're basically going to put this on cold. You're not going to heat it up before, which means it's kind of stiff, but, sorry, there's a little fuzz on there. You're just going to barely put it on, like a tip right next to your cuticle. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard because I don't have good lighting in here. So I'm barely putting it on there. And this way I can look at it and I can determine where this needs to go. So I'm just going to kind of use my tweezers here, and I'm going to make sure it's very centered. All right. So now I'm just going to put lots and lots of pressure, like I did when it was hot. I'm not worried too much about it. I'm just going to press down on it. Sorry. Still getting used to the idea. This is only the second time I've done this, so I'm still trying to figure out camera angles and all that fun stuff. So bear with me. All right, so you can see that it's on there pretty well, but there's no heat. And you need heat to get a good feel on your Jamberry nails, or they will not stay water resistant and fade resistant and all of that great stuff. So, oh, thank you, husband. So I'm going to cut off the excess here, just like I did on the other one. Now what you're going to do, this is called the bagging method. You can use this This is just a plain old baggie, sandwich bag that you pack your kids' lunches in. And what you're going to do, you can use this with a heater or your hair dryer too. I'm going to use it with a rice bag. Now the reason why you want to use a baggie is because you wrap it around your nail like this, and it helps the heat distribute evenly on your nail. And then you're just going to hold your warm rice bag. Hopefully it's very hot. This one, I heated it before we started, so I don't know. All right, and hold it on there for a little bit. Longer than you're going to put it on the heater, that's for sure. Maybe 30 seconds. 45 for good measure. Now while I'm holding this on here, I'm going to tell you about something, and then I'll show it to you after I'm finished here. Every month, Jamberry has a sister style exclusive. Jamberry was started by 3 sisters, and so every month they design a wrap that goes with the time of year or inspires something. I don't know how they come up with it, but they come up with some really great ones. All right, so this is finished. So as you can see, I've used the heat that's on my nail. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to do it. I'll just wait until we're finished here because I'm almost done. But basically, it's the same thing. I'm gonna clip it off. You can file it off a lot. Now, when you are putting your nails on or your wraps on, you're gonna want to let them cool down a little bit before you file them. I find that clipping them doesn't make a big difference whether they're cooled off or not, but you're gonna want to make sure you file them after they're cooled off. And the reason for that being is that you want the seal to actually be a good one. So there's still little bubbles on here, so I'm going to put some more wraps on here, or some more heat on it. So this month, the Sister Style exclusive is this really, really great wrap. It's called Born to Sparkle, and it is going to be perfect for your 4th of July celebrations. It is only available through June 30th. So if you like this, like I did, it's an ombre, and it's got, you can't really see very well, but the red stars are very sparkly. You can't see it when you look at it in pictures, but in person, it's pretty phenomenal. It actually was different than I expected it to be when I got it in the mail yesterday. So if you want this, you need to order it before the end of the month, because once June 30th comes and it's July 1st, you cannot get it. Now, the other thing, I'm going to show you, these are Jamberry Juniors. They have a smaller size. It's available for your little people. And there are 42 small wraps on here. Now, for a reference point for you, I have 4 daughters. I can use one of these sheets for all 4 of them, and then still have some left over for accent nails and for fun. This one is called Little Patriot. There's actually a large version of this, like a regular size sheet of the Little Patriot, called Patriot, and it's similar with the red and white and blue stripes with the blue and white stars, and that way you can match your little lady. There are several different patriotic. If you go on my website, which is down below, you will see that there's on the left side, there's several different little subject headers, and you can choose holiday, and you'll pull up all the different 4th of July wraps, plus Canadian wraps if you are, I'm just going to clip this here so you can see, plus Canadian wraps if you're Canadian, which there might be some Canadian out there.
Hey.
My husband's helping with lighting here. And so basically you're just going to apply the pressure again with the rubber cuticle pusher. So, I feel like I kind of skipped around a little bit. I've gotten used to doing the way my nails need to be done, and so it's hard to explain it. Now, the reason why I chose not to do these nails is I actually think that I'm going to take off the polish and put on some of these Born to Sparkles just because they're fun. But, so, get your wraps for the 4th or for Canada Day, which I guess is coming up, I've heard. So anyway, I would love for you to like my Facebook page so that I can keep in touch with you if you have any questions about what I've done here tonight. Something didn't make sense, or you want more tips, or something's not working for you, please comment on my Facebook page, and I will be happy to answer. And if I don't know how to fix it for you, I will find somebody who does, because I have a really great team behind me, and which is another reason to become a consultant, because the benefits are awesome, and you have a lot of really great people working with you. So I think that's all for tonight. If you have any questions, please, you can comment here. It'll be a little bit more difficult. If you're in one of my parties right now, feel free to comment there. And thank you so much for joining me. It was really fun, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks again.